Hey, today I'm going to be talking about what to drink and what not to drink to avoid weight gain during menopause. Hey, Sophie here. Lovely to see you. So today we're going to be talking about beverages or drinks and what not to drink and what to drink to prevent weight gain. I'm actually going to be giving you swap outs. So let's get on with it right away. This is not a complicated topic and it's one that I love. All right, so number one, let's talk about breakfast. In the morning, you got a choice. Tea or coffee for most people. So while I'm not against coffee for some people, I would highly recommend, if you can, to make the switch to green tea. Now, the reason why is pretty simple. So coffee, yes, contains lots of antioxidants and whatnot, but it does give a little bit of a pinch to your adrenal glands. Now, most of the women that I speak to in menopause are concerned about belly fat. And there is a connection between adrenal function, which I'm going to be talking a little bit about in this video, and belly fat. So we want to balance out. We want to give our adrenal glands a rest so that our cortisol levels just even out. This really, elevated cortisol levels can lead to belly fat. And by the way, I do talk about this a little bit more in my masterclass, my free masterclass. If you haven't seen it, link to the free masterclass underneath this video. So coffee gives a little punch to your adrenals, right? You know what it's like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my gosh, and you can't drag yourself out of bed and you're absolutely exhausted, or that mid-afternoon slump, you have your cup of joe and it's like, boom, you're kind of back again. And that's what it's doing. Now, on the other hand, green tea, okay? Green tea contains a little bit of caffeine and not as much as coffee. It also contains theanine, which is relaxing. So it's a beautiful kind of blend of giving you a little bit of a lift without the kind of jittery punch to your adrenals. Also, green tea contains obviously lots of antioxidants, and many studies have shown that green tea can be really helpful on your weight loss journey. So to all of my clients, I say, please drink as much. You can have sort of 4 to 5 cups of green tea every single day. With green tea, I try to buy really good quality loose leaf green tea, because tea bags, not across the board, but generally speaking, loose leaf green tea tastes beautiful, sweet. It's just a whole different thing. Brew it properly. One of these days I'll get to do a whole video on how I brew my tea. I love this tea brewer, and I know that you're going to ask, so I'll put a link to this tea brewer underneath the video, but that's how I brew my tea. And I'll also put a link to a brand. There's so many different brands of green tea that I like, but this one in particular actually comes from a really great tea grower in purveyor, I should say, in Oregon. So I'll put a link to that strand tea in there. Oh my gosh, give me a second. Sweet, grassy, delicious, and perfection. So that's your first swap out. All right, swap out number 2. This may surprise you a little bit. So, water. Okay, so you're thinking, what? She's going to tell us not to drink water. Surely we have to hydrate with half of our weight in body and ounces of water every single day. Well, yes, do drink your water, but also some of your water, you might want to add a little bit of an electrolyte to it, because very often women whose adrenals are burned out and fatigued, and then again, all this leads into the belly fat, it's because you're lacking those electrolytes. And the electrolytes really deeply hydrate you in a way that plain water doesn't. So yes, carry on drinking your water, but a way to get a little bit of electrolyte into your water is either, this is just 2 ways, add a little bit of coconut water. So coconut water contains a very high level of electrolytes. Be a bit careful of coconut water, chugging too much of it, because it does contain sugar, naturally occurring sugar. And so what I like to do with coconut water is I will just add it, like I'll have this much water, and then I'll pop in about that much coconut water, and it makes it a little bit sweeter. I might put some lovely cucumber slices or something like that in there too. The other thing that you can do is, if you can buy it, or maybe if you've got a juicer, celery juice is very high in electrolytes. So you could do half water, half celery juice, or even better, you could do a third water, a third coconut water, and a third celery juice. Cheers. Now I'm totally electrolyted. Number 3, eat your juice. All right, so what I mean by that is, instead of having apple juice or orange juice, eat an apple or an orange. So you might have heard of the term is eat your water. And I'm all about eating your water, because for my clients that eat, a diet that's very, very rich in beautiful non-starchy vegetables, then you're getting a lot of water. These are water-filled veggies. And actually veggies like celery, cucumber, etc. contain a lot of water. So you're going to be getting a lot of hydration from your fruits and veggies anyway. But what you don't want to do for your beautiful weight loss journey is have fruit juice, because simply speaking, it just spikes your blood sugar. The moment you remove fiber from a fruit, which is what fruit juice is, then suddenly your blood sugar spikes. Now, I am all for eating fruit. Do not let anybody tell you that fruit cannot be a really healthy part of a beautiful, weight loss journey. It can and it should be. But rather than the juice, so the juice is going to go, and the swap out for obviously apple juice is a beautiful, fresh, crunchy apple. The swap out for orange juice, and please, particularly orange juice, because it's really high in sugar, is just eat an orange. And the final swap out is chugging the vino, the wine. Now, while we've all heard that, a bit of red wine or red wine can have health benefits, here's the problem. The women that I have worked with over the years who have put down the wine and the alcohol completely find that it really enhances the beautiful weight loss journey. It's that simple. You're taking a lot of a huge burden off of your liver, number one. And also, just as a little side note here, we have to be careful when we're 50 and over, I'm 57, that drinking just 2 units of alcohol or 2 glasses of wine a day can increase your risk of breast cancer by 40%, a whopping 40%. So I say, let's get rid of the vino. The other thing is that when we have a few glasses of wine, then our defenses sort of come down, and it's like, oh, bring on the cheese platter and the this and the nachos and the that, you know what it's like, you're at a party or whatever. So again, it's just like, if you want to have a little bit more choice, I should say, empowered choice as to what you're eating when you go for restaurants or a party or a gathering, it's probably better if you are not on the wine. Now, what to do instead? Well, this is my little secret kind of cocktail. I wish I'd done it to make it really pretty to show you, but because normally I do, if I'm doing it at home and I've got guests coming over or we're going out, I love to have it with a cucumber and fresh mint and orange slices and lemon slices, so you make this beautiful cocktail. But what I love to do is have a little kombucha. And now kombucha, you have to be a bit careful with kombucha, because too much is too much. A little goes a long way. So I generally, when I drink kombucha, I look for one that's very low in sugar, and I don't have too much of it. I actually don't drink it straight. So I might have about that amount in there, which is like a little, finger, as they say in England. And then I'll get some beautiful sparkling mineral water. Love this brand actually, called Mountain Valley. And in it goes. And then I mean, come on, that's more delicious and healthier and absolutely more beneficial to your weight loss journey. And then you put ice in it, crushed ice, herbs, fruit. Again, as they say in the UK, bottoms up. nectar. I'll see you next time.